welcome to yet another episode of Foulkes and Sons, and today we will be smoking and reviewing the San Cristobal.
Smoking and reviewing,
rumping
and a jumping. Well, I mean, you know, the Foulkes and the Sun bit is quite appetite. The Sun part is quite appetite today because we were supposed to be filming in the. Shall I clip this for you, or would you like to?
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Where's
the less I have to do, the better.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the story of my life. You've learned from a good teacher.
Uh-huh.
Well, we waited for the rain to stop, and then it didn't seem like stopping. And now, of course, it is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and we're in effectively kind of like a greenhouse.
But this is our. This is really. We're looking now with lockdown being eased, with these air corridors opening up, and you know what have you. We're all going to go to the beach this summer, and we're needing to know what to smoke when we get there, really. So that would account for, by the way, brought to you today in association with the shirt makers of Vilebrequin, French for crankshaft, and also for fine bathing costume.
It's very good.
Manufacturers of these short sleeve shirts, which I believe are very fashionable at the moment. Is that right, Max?
Yeah, very fashionable indeed.
Oh, they're the bowling shirt. Is this a bowling shirt or not quite?
Is it a bow? I don't think it's a bowling shirt, no.
What is a bowling shirt?
I don't know. Have you got cigar in your water?
I've managed to do that. I mean, that's something else. Yeah. That's something really quite good. So
well
look, we've got the.
I think a bowling shirt is what you wear when bowling, isn't it?
Yeah, and what do you wear when on the beach? The beach shirt.
Yeah.
You've got your New Radicals hat.
Yeah. This is, what is it? Ralph Lauren. It's the finest Ralph Lauren from the 90s or something, isn't it?
I think I might have bought that in New York. But what is the record that the New Radicals make?
Don't look back, you got the music in you.
You
should really have played that as an introduction.
Yeah. Anyway.
So the brand. We've done the Principe before, which is the small cigar from San Cristobal, the Minuto size, available in standard production. You have the El Moro, which was Paco, which is like a Churchill, the Minuto San Cristobal, the Gordito La Fuerza, and the Bellicoso or Campana La Punta. And then
the Moro discontinued, right?
Yeah, and so what was the deal behind these? Why were they released in jars, and for who were they released? Or
I don't know, but I mean,
that's good.
But they are. I mean, what I love about this jar.
Are we sure they're cigars? They look like cigars.
They look like cigars. What I love about this jar, I mean, they've had this. This was a limited series that you can still find knocking around in Havana. It's a very fashionable ring gauge. Is it like a Sigler 6 or slightly bigger?
It's 54, so it's a bit bigger.
A bit bigger. More like a 66 or.
Yeah, I think that's a 54, something like that. Could be anything else as well.
No, I don't think it is. I think we're no.
Could be.
But anyway, what I love about the packaging is that it is so multi-purpose. Just admire that. You see, you have this beautiful, whatever that is. Is that colour lithography or is that offset thingamabob or a chromograph or God knows what. But anyway, what it is, it's a nice picture of Old Havana on the front there.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to
with
describe
some packaging at the bottom.
Nice photo of Havana, yeah.
Except pre-photography days. And then the top, you've got, it looks like a piece from a chess piece, obviously, doesn't it? It looks like the rook.
The rook,
board
yes.
of chess. But
which fits in nicely with all the other cigars being named after
the
turrets.
fortresses, yes. And then this does come off, but I'm too.
Yeah, the whole thing is really strange because the ashtray comes off and then the lid comes off as well. So
everything comes off.
Everything comes off.
So it is the most amazing sort of deconstructible thing. You've got the cigar stored inside in perfect.
They are. You know, these aren't kept in the humidor; they're just kept in the jar, and they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You've got this that you've kind of dropped the ash out. This that you've kind of attached with double-sided sellotape, which is very good. Mm-hmm. And that's good as well, smashing the toucan on the table. Mm-hmm. You know, apart from that, I had a feeling this would all go wrong. Take out the one on the tissue paper. That's a good one, the tissue paper one.
Mm-hmm. According to custom, wrapped in greaseproof paper.
Yeah.
We'll back together.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Thank you.
Let's have a look. So yes, and so it's a light to medium strength blend. It's one of my.
It is actually. It's one of my favourites. And I mean, I think that the Principe is a sort of magic cigar that's kind of suitable for almost every occasion. But this is perfect for an afternoon on the beach, isn't it? Really, this one.
Yeah, we've heard of a couple times on the beach, haven't we?
Yes, it's. I got a jar in Spain, and I think that it really. It really does show how these strange little brands can sometimes really sort of do great things. I mean,
Yeah, it's quite a young brand. It's like
20 years old.
Yeah,
and
it's the turn of the century, or just before that. It was
my favourite was La Fuerza, and then this came along, and this is now my favourite. And it is just such a joy to find something that also that other people don't really like or know about.
Yeah, it's not that they don't like it, it's that they don't know about it. I mean, I recommend it quite a lot.
And do people? I mean, do you still have them in the shop?
Yeah, we've still got. We've even still got a couple of El Moros. Actually, I don't think we do. Definitely, we've got no more of these, so it kind of links onto us only reviewing and smoking, or smoking and reviewing things that are unpopular or unavailable. And this is.
Well, life is about compromises, and if we're going to be commercial, we've got to compromise and learn to talk about stuff that people can actually go and buy, like these shirts.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Maybe we should do something for H&M or
Top
Man.
Top Man. Maybe not. Or maybe you should. Maybe you're the younger gentleman. Anyway, look, we're wearing our beach. We're wearing our beach jewellery today. Well, Max, I mean, we both wear quite a bit of jewellery anyway. But I wanted to put my little sort of boogery tiki type charm here. See that one?
Yeah, that's very good.
It's good, but the chain was a bit too cumbersome to get through.
Yes.
But you have got, you see,
this isn't beach jewellery. This is jewellery.
This is just regular.
Yeah. I always worry about losing it in the sea, but I can never bring myself to take it off before swimming.
Well, you know, and you don't want to swim too far, because I might drown.
I don't really swim. I just kind of paddle.
Anyway, the cigar. Tell me what you think.
I was quite enjoying talking about swimming, but okay, yes. The cigar's good. I've got this kind of light floral flavour to start with. I always find they're just kind of really mellow cigars with quite a rich flavour profile. You can have things, for example, of a similar body like Hoyo de Monterrey, the Epica No. 2, which I find is a bit more, not quite as, not melodic, what's the word I'm looking for?
Harmonious.
Harmonious, that's it. Because it's got that kind of spice and that little kind of zesty kind of peculiar flavour to start with that I feel continues throughout the cigar, and this just starts with a really smooth flavour.
It does, but I think that might also be because I've had these now for quite a while. I mean,
I suppose age has come into play on them as well.
But it is a good size, and it is a good. I mean, what do you think is necessary in a summer cigar? I mean, I don't think if you're outside on the beach, you want anything in the heat that's too strong for a start, do you?
Yes, you don't want anything too strong.
Unless you're sharing ramen, in which case
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You should smoke 5 padrons taped together.
But you want something that will take a decent amount of time, because you'll be relaxing on the beach. And
Busy relaxing, as late Mark Burley would put it.
You need the cigar to match the kind of relaxation. So, something like this would take you maybe a little over an hour. Maybe a Hoyo double Corona would also be quite good for the beach, because that would take you, 2 to 3, and you'd be really relaxing after that. You could go for small cigars, I suppose, but you might need to go through 3 or 4 of them before you head home. So I find this will keep you going for...
I quite like it, and I mean the thing is also if I'm playing a game of backgammon on the beach or something, I don't want to be constantly looking to find another small cigar somewhere,
Yeah, no, I understand. I think
and also you don't eat so heavily in the summer, so...
yeah, you need a kind of lighter cigar.
Yeah.
Which is, although if you had maybe kind of aged Partagas or Bolivar, it probably work quite well.
Aged, almost aged anything is almost fine.
Yeah,
but I mean, you have to age those Bolivars pretty strenuously for them to actually...
Yeah, well, we had one from the same year as the introduction of this brand, 1909, which was very mellow and light as a Churchill.
It was. It was only in the tube.
That was not, no. This is from the Hunters.
Oh, the Hunters House Reserve.
Yeah, House.
I wonder if they put these on House Reserve or not.
No, I don't think so. So we were also going to talk about, the Prado, which is the new release, which we do have available at Davidoff. So this you might not be able to find, but the rest of the range you can. And the Prado is a Petit Pyramide, so it's the same size as that.
Is it the same size as the Maduro from Partagas?
No, that's quite fat. That's like a 55.
So this is more like the one we had last.
Similar. It's the same as there was a Hoyo de Monterrey Petit Pyramide, which was a limited edition, I think.
So what's the ring gauge on there?
50. You can't see, but my eyes are dancing either side when I said that under my glasses.
I heard your eyes darting.
Please correct me, viewer.
Viewer, yes, right in.
Which I may be. Write in to Davidoff, write a letter and complain.
No, don't complain. Write a letter.
Maybe not.
Now, we were thinking of doing some merchandise, weren't we?
Yeah, I've been working on some logos earlier today in a kind of Gothic font.
In the William Morris style.
Yeah, with the kind of...
We're very keen on William Morris over here, as you can see from that hat. It's original William Morris print.
My favourite pub is the William Morris in Hammersmith. So.
I mean, honestly, what could be better? And William Morris loved flowers. I mean, we're virtually at Kelmscote Manor already. All we need is a few rush-covered seats and some sort of early utopian socialist ideals, and we're sort of off to the races on that one.
Yeah. Socialist ideals, yes.
Yes, but sort of all about, you know, worthy activities and honest, noble
This
craft.
surely would be a...
Well, I think the manufacturing of cigars would be regarded as a worthy and noble activity.
And certainly an honest craft.
Yes, and certainly a very, very pleasant thing to enjoy.
Yes.
What did say Mark Twain said about work? He loved it. He could watch it all day. But
it's very good. But and have you got any kind of development in flavour yet? I find I've still got that just floral, not earthy, woody, nutty. I find myself using the same adjectives for almost every cigar. The one I haven't yet used on this is zest. The zest is.
No, but you use zest about something else.
Zest will be used for something else.
What I like about this is it's not a strong cigar, but you've got flavour with it. You know, you've got development in flavour as well. It started me a bit, as you say, a bit floral, a bit boiled sweet, a bit medicinal almost. Not nastily so, but you know. And now it's becoming a little fuller, but not too much. And I'm getting some of that woody
hay.
No,
love wood. Hay.
But the other great beach cigar is the Hoya Reserva, the Epicure No. 2 Reserva, which for me is the best beach cigar because we got 3.5 boxes.
One of the most expensive beach cigars as well.
I think it probably is, but it's got a kind of smoking that is like sort of smoking an entire summer's day. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of light and breezy and optimistic, and
I know what you mean.
The world feels, you know, as though nothing really can go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Which is...
Especially for the price we bought them at.
Well, I mean, you know, nothing. And it was from an official Havana retailer as well, so, you know, we didn't buy them off the man in the street whose brother definitely worked at the Cohiba factory, which is the other place where you buy these things.
And you get welcome to kind of the family home, and under the floorboards they'll find, you know, cigars wrapped in newspaper for 50p per Esplendido. Which isn't a bad price, you know.
Yeah, but it's not a good cigar.
And also a good beach cigar is I found was La Reina, which we have reviewed before, viewer, which you will have seen. However, I find that, you know, the wind, the breeze can really alter the burning of a slimmer gauge, or kind of with a thicker gauge, you've got more room for manoeuvrement.
Room for manoeuvrement,
as
they say on the Apprentice.
Yeah. So it's less likely to sideburn, I think, or I've from past experiences. But you know me, I like a thinner gauge anyway, so I think I'm willing to deal with.
But what do you think of this? As you're somebody who likes a thinner ring gauge.
It's a great cigar. It's a lovely cigar. You know, if it was in a 38 with exactly the same blend, I'd like it more. But you know,
what do you like? That's why you like the Principe, then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a 42, which is still, you know, hefty for me.
It's not really. It's not really. It's almost, it used to be hefty.
I mean, considering this is a 54, the 42 is kind of, you know, nothing, I suppose, in comparison. But no, this is a delicious cigar. It's something you can't really find. There's a bunch of other ones that come in jars that they have in the Spanish market, which is quite interesting, like the
blue and white jars.
Yeah, the vintage.
Did you get one of those? You got one of those for Luigi, didn't you?
Got a couple for Luigi. One of the Monte Cristo #1s and the Rue del Mundo Choix Supremes as well.
Rue del Mundo. Have I got that one at home somewhere? Or
yeah. No, you got the punch one.
I got the punch one. I got the punch. Because presumably they're all roughly the same size, because the jars are all more or less the same size.
They've got, actually you could be right there, because there's a Churchill one, but I don't know if that's in a blue jar or in a Seville jar or whatever it is. Because there's a few, and there's like the blue ones for the Spanish market, and there's different colours for just Seville or something. I don't know.
What, for Seville, or is that just called the Seville style?
It could just be called a Seville style. I've never really looked into it. I should have. We'll ask Luigi.
God, Luigi knows.
Let's give Luigi a call now.
Luigi should be doing this rather than us. At least you'd be getting some sense out of him, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, you would. He's a genius, that man. He knows what's going on.
And Edward knows what's going on.
Yeah, but we've had Edward and Eddie in the video before, so the next one's Luigi to have. Maybe
we
we'll get Alberto on here.
Alberto would be the best.
Alberto is great. We love Alberto.
Alberto is fantastic.
Well, once, viewer, if you visit Davidoff, I'll introduce you to all of these names.
Well, anyway, should we give the cigar a bit of a rest and then complete it and then come back in a few minutes?
We've hardly started, but of course.
Excellent. Well, we're back. Well, we didn't really go away. We just switched the camera off, actually. So I mean, I suppose, you know, it's sort of.
We didn't move a muscle, did we?
I try not to move a muscle most times, so I'm not going to make an exception, especially when the camera's turned off. But we do have. Freddie has been asked to draw attention to the bananas, the coconut, the Caribbean.
These are Caribbean
thistle. Yeah, Caribbean thistle.
Is that a real thing?
No, I think we bought that in Chiswick.
Really?
And yeah, and
not too bad.
What do you? I mean, you know, you said you detected, and once you suggested it to me, I was able to detect it. That citrus, sort of what you call a rum note.
Yes.
What you get when you wave the cigar underneath your nose.
Yes, and specifically, I had lime.
Yes, I can, which is nice. It's a sort of brisk.
Yes, it is nice. But then on the other side of the spectrum, the flavour was deeper and kind of coffee-like, nutty. You said almost kind of salty in a way.
Yeah, I get the saltiness because that's quite nice with the sea air. You know, you got a little bit of iodine in the sea air.
Yeah.
It's
well, Edward always says, you know, the genius that is Edward Sahakian always says cigars taste better by the sea.
They certainly do because they're like, it's like Cuba is basically a large humidor, so
yeah,
you know, they're made to be enjoyed, so they do taste best by the sea. Edward is always right, and they taste worst up a ski mountain.
Yeah, and he kind of likens it to, you know, taking away a wine that you had on holiday and drinking it back here, and you know, not tasting the same as when you had it on holiday. So
yes,
cigars are kind of the same type of
very,
thing.
very much so. I mean, I can enjoy this cigar in England, but I think I would enjoy it far more on a beach somewhere.
Mm.
It just imposes a sense of relaxation, which is very, very pleasant.
Yeah.
You were saying what would you drink with this?
Well,
I'd probably drink a water or a Coca-Cola Zero.
Well, I don't know. We need Mr. Paul Feig
to
direct us.
He of internet cocktail fame.
Yeah, he's a genius, that man.
He is a genius. If you haven't seen his videos, viewer, check them out as the young people
I think
say.
what we're working towards is a collaboration with Paul Feig.
Well, it'd be very good to be allowed to work together with a man, actually a Hollywood director.
Yeah, I think we once that's happened, we've reached our peak. I don't think we can do much better.
Do you not? I think we can go on.
Well, but he's got the dog as well.
He has got the dog. They put the dog in a kind of Cuban outfit.
Yeah. The best one was the dog in the UPS outfit.
Oh, the dog in the UPS outfit was possibly the finest thing I've ever seen.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
That was so good. The dog and the dog with the parcel.
Yeah, that's great. We need to make a video.
And the dog was also wearing a Batman outfit on one other occasion.
That's so good.
But the UPS was the best.
Yeah, that's great.
Anyway, let's wrap up for the benefit of the viewer.
I suppose we should be taking too much of your time already.
God, I'm sorry, viewer. I mean, we do our best to keep this as brief and as painless as possible. But we're wearing our beach jewellery, our beach shirts, we're smoking our beach cigars.
Yes. I've got these not so beach trousers that you had in the 80s, bought in the 80s.
Yes, Johnson's trousers. I'm wearing a pair I had made in Hong Kong in 1992 in green silk or linen or silky linen. Whatever it is, they're very green. And I got my Pepe shoes that are not quite the same shade, but they actually are one of the shades in the shirt.
I made a mistake by wearing socks. It's not beach enough, really. And loafers. I should have worn my espadrilles or something.
You should, but we can't reshoot now.
No, I suppose we can't.
With the cost of locations being what they are, location shooting, and the weather closing in now.
Yeah, the clouds are coming in.
The clouds are closing in. The butterflies left. Shall we bid our viewer a fond farewell?
Yes, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. And viewer, shall we see you on the beach at the Marbella Club?
The best place with one of these.
With one of these, maybe on the pier, maybe enjoying one of the drinks and a pineapple.
And the first viewer to find us on the beach gets a free Torreón. That's
how it works.
Is that legal? I'm not sure. You can't really.
I imagine it's not legal. No, I don't think anything. I mean, I imagine.
I think it's fine. You don't need to.
Yeah, I think it's fine. No, you're quite right, viewer. When you come to the Beach of the Marbella Club, ask for us and we'll give you a cigar.
This one.
The first, yes, this one, because it is just such.
It's a delicious cigar. Very good construction. Look at the ash.
It's a fantastic construction.
Is there a steeple? Have you got a steeple?
No.
Mr. Tom Chamberlain was asking.
Yes, he had a good steeple. We didn't know what to say. I mean, it was a bit of a steeple, but it's less of a kind of steeple. It's more
of a turret than a steeple.
How appropriate for a cigar. Mine got, of course, an inverted steeple.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We can tell there's not a huge amount of ligero.
Are we still fighting the virus one corona at a time?
Well, the virus is still going, and I suppose we're still smoking, so we are still fighting.
Well, we are. Anyway, viewer, thank you very much.
And goodbye.